If you don't scrub that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Yakety yak. Yakety yak. Hello, ladies and germs. Although there are no viewers, we are here live tonight with your Saturday night edition. So let's fucking do this. Ah! Don't smoke, kids, because you'll be out of breath just like running up some stairs. Don't get fat. If you do get fat, get skinny again. So for all those who have a very public spanking withdrawal, for all of those who like to stay up late on a Saturday and listen to a girl talk about some bullshit, I'm here for you tonight. How you doing? I'm good. Let's get into the shit. So tonight we're going to talk about a few things. Let's see what we got. Do you want to talk about Donald Trump? God, I'm so tired about talking about fucking Donald Trump. I can't stop talking about him. It's like this obsession with the United States has this obsession with Donald Trump now. We just can't kick it. Everybody's turned into like me about Coughlin. Anywho, so what I wanted to say about Donald Trump isn't actually kind of about Donald Trump. It's about the people who support Donald Trump. And I really wanted to make this video about what you missed election 2016, but I'm still going to probably make it. But what I think I'll do is just kind of give you a little preview right here and kind of do a little rough draft with y'all. Or yeah. Because if you listen to my live show, see, you get a little preview, you get a little taste. All right, of what's going to happen on my channel. Anywho, so number one, I want to talk about the fact that Donald Trump got what is effectively the equivalent of hundreds of millions of dollars in free advertising from the media, right? And from particularly the mainstream media, from blogs, from all new media, old media, everybody who could showed up to talk about this guy and his craziness. And why do I have two green lighters? Oh, well, who cares? And I just think if he wins, if he wins or loses, really, we should hold them accountable for focusing so much on this candidate that was wholly unqualified to be president, that was one of the worst candidates to ever come about in American history. He didn't have oratory skills. He didn't have, an agenda. He didn't have any of the things that have made great demagogues or even great candidates in the past. All he had was, I'm Donald Trump. That's it. That's all he had. And yet we blew him up like, whoa. Right. And me included, right? Because no matter how small or how big of a YouTuber, you're still part of the media. And we talked about him day and night. You can't go to a YouTuber at this point that isn't talking about the election. So I just thought it was kind of odd that, I just think it's interesting because, not even odd, I think it's interesting because a lot of the bulk of the money that a candidate has to raise ends up going to advertising. And in an age where it takes hundreds of millions, if not $1 billion to run for president, Donald Trump became the Republican nominee and had probably about $100 million when he did. I know the second most recent, I think maybe 2 months ago, he had about $158 million. That's risen, I believe, to $268 million. Hillary Clinton had $500 million and has recently risen to a little above $600 million. So Donald Trump may be one of the cheapest presidential campaigns in the Donald Trump's campaign, I should say, maybe one of the cheapest presidential campaigns in the history of the United States, if you account for like inflation and stuff like that. And he basically got it all on being extremely outrageous, pretty much really toward the beginning, being very outrageous. And so what that did was capture the media. And so they felt like they had to broadcast his speeches, they had to broadcast his rallies, because if he was going to say something else outrageous, they wanted to make sure they got it live. So I don't know whether there's any worth in what I'm saying, but I certainly believe that we value money too much in politics. So what I mean by that is, particularly, and particularly after Citizens United, the American people got really, really like crazy about, we got to get the money out of politics. And it's like, but money's always been in politics. Of course. Buy an expensive mic, still can't get the shushing sound out. Hold on. You gotta go over there, baby. Okay, you gotta be over here. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I'm stuffing, as Jason from with a D would say, I'm stuffing my mic all the way up my ass. Push, because it's not like I'm talking into my computer anymore. What I was saying was that I think that if the 2016 election proves anything, it's that you don't need $1 billion to run for president. You only need to be outrageous for the first, 3 to 6 months. And then the media will just keep on following you. But I think, back to my point about Citizens United, particularly people on the left, you have the Young Turks who formed a political action committee, based around the idea of get money out of politics. And you had Bernie Sanders, whose message was get money out of politics. Well, hey, one viewer, but money has always been in politics. In fact, we happen to live in a time when wealth is really divorced from politics. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to go to the chat. I'm going to catch up with y'all. Just give me 2 seconds. Did I dream that, or was that real? I think I had a dream that there was a chat button, y'all. I think I did. But that was only a dream. But money's always been a part of our politics. Money will continue to be a part of our politics until there is no more polity left, until there's no more United States, until there's nothing. Right? Until there's no world left. This is what we have. This is what we are. This is what we do. And I don't think it's a good idea to try to get money out of politics. I just don't. I think that it showed that the idea that, oh, well, now they have a lot of money into politics, so we have to attempt to get it out, is really a show that people aren't as creative about policy as they think they are. I don't necessarily think we should get money out of politics. I think that we should control the institutions. Oops, they left. Good. I don't think we should try to get money out of politics. I think we should try to control the institutions that are dumping money into politics better than we do. That's just what it is to me. But anyways, I don't hate Donald Trump. I hate what he stands for. I hate that he's co-opted the Republican Party. I hate that the Republicans don't seem to be able to distance themselves from him. I don't like a lot of things about what Trump is and what he's done. I don't know him as a person, so I can't say if he's a shitty person. I can say that he's a fucking misogynist. I can say that he is obviously a person who doesn't respect anyone, right? It's not, I don't think that Donald Trump doesn't respect women. I don't think he respects anyone, right? Especially women, but he doesn't respect any human. Anyway, fuck talking about that. Let's talk about some real shit. So I was on Twitter the other day, right? And I had tweeted kind of an innocuous video that Crank Lucas had, I think, re-uploaded. I don't think he did the original video. He was just kind of mirroring it. And it was a video of a Black woman as the first president of the United States. And it was a comedy video. It was meant to be funny for particular reasons and whatnot. So I retweeted it, just like, oh, hey, watch this. And Christiosity retweeted me, and it was fine, cool, laughing about it, it was funny. And then some dickhead comes up in my mentions and is like, well, you would call this racist and misogynist if it was happening to someone else, but because they're Black, it's comedy. And they included me, Christiosity, and Frank and Crank Lucas in the tweet. So I hit the dude back up defensive. I was like, listen, Don't you dare ever try to tell me what I believe, what I'm going to say about something, or what I'm not. Don't ever put words into my mouth. This is obviously longer than Twitter would let me say, but I think the tweet was something along the lines of, don't ever put words in my mouth. Who the fuck do you think you are? You can get the fuck out. Didn't get a response, right? So I just kept tweeting the dude. I was at first, and so the next thing I tweeted was something, you know, kind of innocuous. And the third tweet was, okay, look, I don't see this as a joke where it's punching down at a Black mother. I see this as a joke punching up at American politics. One of the jokes that the woman told was, do you have nuke Iran money? Well, then put the missiles down. Right? It wasn't a joke at the expense of Black people. It was a joke at the expense of American politicians, the impractical, seemingly do-nothing politicians who would stand there and say, we have to destroy Iran, we have to stop them from getting a nuclear weapon, but don't have a policy, don't have a coherent way to stop that from happening other than fighting a war. So it was more a joke about how a Black mother's practicality can be brought into the political sphere, particularly in American politics, and how it can be helpful. So I narrowed that down and put that in the tweet. And then I apologized. I said, listen, I'm sorry if I'm defensive, but you tweeted me on some bullshit. And the person was like, indeed. I don't even know who you, because I said, you don't know me, so you shouldn't like put words in my mouth because you have no idea who I am or what I'm going to say. Oh, well, I just saw the retweet. This is literally what they said. Indeed. And I imagine it very like arrogantly said, I don't know you. I was tweeting at Christiosity. Well, a bit of Twitter etiquette for someone. If you have a beef with someone specific and there's more than one person mentioned in the tweet, you need to delete the other handles, okay? Because as far as I was concerned, you're going to sit here and you're going to tell me something about myself and you don't even know me, right? And Christiosity was like, oh, she liked all my tweets about it. And the original defensive tweet that I sent directly to this person because you intently included me. You attempted to include me because effectively you're trying to start beef. Because there was no reason to try to include Crank Lucas, because he didn't create the content in the first place, as far as I know. There was no reason to include me because I was simply retweeting because Christiosity was retweeting me. Right? There's no reason to include me. If you had the beef for Christiosity, you should have kept it to her. But by including me, I was going to get defensive because no, you're not going to sit here and put words in my fucking mouth. You're not going to sit here and tell me because you interpret a joke differently than I interpret a joke that somehow, some way, I don't understand when something's misogynist and racist. I can trust me. I, above many motherfuckers on this website and many others, understand racism and misogyny. But I also understand that there are times when those things are funny, right? When you can turn them on their head, when you can show their absurdity, then you can make them funny. But apparently either this person is one of those really super duper touchy people who when they immediately see a Black person in what they deem to be a stereotypical role, they immediately start going off because they can't, because it's almost racist in and of itself. It's almost this idea that Black people have to live in my box, the box that I create for them. And if they do act in ways that are stereotypical, I can't stand that. I can't be a part of that. And I can understand that. I'm touchy about like the Medea movies. I don't like the character Medea. I think she's just a 21st century propagation of the Mammy character. I think that Tyler Perry is effectively one of the best blaxploitation artists in the history of mankind because he has taken the stereotype that we should have shed, 50, 60, 70 years ago and has just reappropriated it into a new era, right? I don't fuck with Tyler Perry, but I don't like run down into people's tweets to tell them how they shouldn't fuck with Tyler Perry. I know that if I want to talk about that, I need to talk about that in my sphere, on YouTube, on my Twitter, And if people want to come to my sphere and they want to discuss it, that's one thing. If I see someone and they give an opinion about Tyler Perry and I feel like, okay, well, I want to give an opinion too, then I do. But I don't sit there and try to inculcate anybody or try to influence anybody to necessarily change their mind. My whole thing is, this is how I feel, and I'm going to tell you how I feel, but I'm not going to try to pressure you into believing what I believe. Point blank. So I think that's about it. But in terms of Twitter etiquette, if you disagree with somebody's retweet or someone's like, you need to take it up with that person and that person alone. Don't take it up with the person who has sent the original tweet, assuming that you know what that person thinks or does. Right? Because when I got defensive, that motherfucker didn't have shit to say to me. Not a goddamn thing. And as far as I am concerned, I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck if the Lord himself wanted to start some bullshit with me. If Lord Leto came down right now and wanted to start some shit with me, all right, I would say the same thing to Lord Leto. I would say the same thing to Lord Coughlin. I'd say the same thing to a lot of people. By the way, Coughlin is not my god, but we'll get into all that. That's for the 10 subscriber special, y'all. Don't get it twisted. All right, I'm not gonna let my full Coughlin load go until the 10 subscriber special. So if you really want to know how I feel about Coughlin, you gonna have to go find a couple friends to subscribe to this shit. Anywho, and don't bring that nigga here either. I'm gonna be mad. I know somebody gonna bring him here because he's gonna be in the tags and he's gonna be in the fucking title, so he gonna show up. I was thinking about doing it at like 1 o'clock in the morning too. Anywho, I told myself I'm not gonna blow my Coughlin load tonight. It ain't gonna happen. No matter how much society might want me to. Society, bitch, you ain't got no viewers. Okay, nobody cares. You can say what you want to say. All right, is the chat up? I believe in a thing called love. The chat is up. I'm gonna make smiley faces at my chat. There's no one in the chat, so I can make smiley faces because no one cares. Okay. So that was Twitter etiquette, right? Like I said, don't put me in your mentions and assume and presume. The thing that I didn't like, okay, fine. Maybe you violated Twitter etiquette by leaving me in the mentions, but don't ever in your life presume to know what a person's thoughts are on something. You need to ask them. You need to express your opinion instead of presuming what their opinion is and then trying to say that they're a hypocrite based on your presumption. Da 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 da. Mm-hmm. See, these motherfuckers just ain't ready. Anyway, stop before you get too ahead of yourself, girl. Anywho, what are we talking about? I gotta go. I literally, let me tell you how shitty of a YouTuber I really am, y'all. Number one, I will eat through a video quick. I will fucking eat through a video. Number two, oh, Liz is on. I might go see what Liz is doing. Not only will a beach eat through a video, but your girl has to keep her videos, like, I gotta literally keep the dashboard up because I can only remember what I'm supposed to be talking about if I watch. I can only remember what the fuck I'm supposed to be talking about if I actually go to the video and look at the description, because I'll forget and just start going off on a different subject. And I ain't even stoned, y'all. I think I'm sober. You know when someone like smokes weed in your face and you don't quite know, like, am I sober? Did I get a little contact? I don't believe that contact high is like a thing, though. Darhook. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, people can watch for 30 seconds. I don't give a fuck. Mama didn't come here for the views, boo-boo. Oh, my bit rate is tiny. My bit rate is so tiny. Anyways. Hey, y'all. What's up? So we talked about Twitter etiquette. We talked about Trump. Oh, hey, Andrew. How you doing? You're not in the chat. I just got a Facebook notification. So, hi, how you doing? Hi. Ooh. Hi, Jason. How are you, sweetheart? Are they? Because I swear to God, like I feel weird, but I'm not like stoned. So I don't know what that's about. Oh, we're supposed to talk about Raw. I didn't really have shit else to say about Raw. Like I saw wrestling this week, but I didn't see SmackDown, even though I do watch SmackDown regularly. I didn't see it this week. The only thing about Raw I wanted to talk about was, okay, so for those who don't know, because I don't know how many of you guys watch wrestling, there's a wrestling pair called the Golden Truth, and that's Stardust and R-Truth. R-Truth is a black guy. They've teamed up with Mark Henry, who is also a black guy, versus another team of 2 Puerto Ricans and another black guy. While they're cutting this promo in the back, you can clearly hear some lady say, "I'm scared." I died. Nobody else caught it though. I went to Twitter. I went everywhere, bro. Nobody saw shit. I was like, fuck. I'm the only one who caught that. Oh, it was hilarious because it's like 4 burly black guys and 2 Puerto Ricans. You know that white lady was like, am I gonna die today? What the hell? Why does my phone tell me things? Fuck. Why does my phone tell me things that I already know? Uh-oh. Jason, honey, you're the only one with me, boo. Aw, you're the only one with me, honey, which is fine. I've always said I only need one friend, and at this point, I only need 1 subscriber. If I had 1 subscriber and it was you, I'd be happy. All right. The fact that I have 7, and I think that all of those people are people and not bots, I think we're doing good. I think we're doing real good. It does. And my phone does want to hog my attention because, swear to God, the Facebook notification came up on my computer and I'm like, okay, hi, Andrew. Great. How you doing? Hope all is well. And I answer you right now. And then my phone is like, oh, and by the way, let me tell you the same shit that your computer just told you. Could you fuck off? In fact, you know what? I'm going to turn this bitch on silent because this phone cannot tell me anything that I don't already know. So put it on for like 30 minutes. Okay. So we talked about Raw and people being scared of black people. Talked about election a little bit. Talked about Twitter etiquette. I want to talk about how much Comcast sucks. Let's talk about how much cable companies suck, you guys, particularly Comcast. They could be a cyborg. I know shit. I cannot. Well, before I talk about Comcast, let's talk about my secret dreams. 1, my secret dream, okay, is to be the board queen. So when people decide that they want to become cyborgs, I'm going to be one of the first. And I'm going to make sure that I have the type of augmentations that would mean I could rule you all. You feel me? Like, that's all I want. All I want is to be a global benevolent dictator and nobody will let me. What the fuck? And I often say, if I looked like Beyonce, all you niggas would already call me her Imperial Majesty. No, I would already run this whole planet. Because I don't know if you know that. Right? It's not a secret now. It was never a secret. It was never a secret. I always told people I wanted to be the board queen. And I've always told people I wanted to be the dictator of our planet. Listen, all right? I can fix shit better than Trump. Not much better than Hill Dog, but better than Trump. All right? Listen, the day I'm elected benevolent dictator of planet Earth, everybody gets a joint. Point blank. Like, off top. That's the first thing you get. All right? They're going to be passing out the kids. They're going to be passing out the babies. And if you're a parent, steal your baby's joints. They're not going to know. Everybody's getting loaded on Inauguration Day because I'm about to say the most wild shit anybody's ever heard. Number 1, listen, I love all the humans. All right. I've always loved all the humans. My name means helper and defender of mankind. That's what my job is. I want to help and defend mankind. But in order to do that, I have to control all of you. So there will be global total surveillance at all times. Okay, we're installing cameras in everybody's house. Don't worry, don't worry. It won't be some team of people. I'll be watching you. Don't worry, okay? Mama loves you. Mama knows you like to do that freaky chic deaky shit in the bedroom. Mama know what you like, all right? Mama gonna let you do it, all right? I love you. I'm your benevolent dictator. I know you like to hang around with 3 trannies and your wife and do all kind of weird shit. All right, that's on you, boo. Mama's not gonna outlaw that. Okay, just because I'm a dictator don't mean I'm gonna stop that from happening. All I'm saying is, I gotta make sure that y'all aren't, defying my will or anything like that. And I got a hit list. I listen. If y'all ever fuck around and do, you're welcome, baby. Mama got a hit list too. I got a group of people right now on a hit list that if ever I do get a little power, like a little right-wing authoritarian power, they got to die. Okay. And I give you 3 guesses as to who the very first person on that list is. I give you 3 guesses. All right. It shouldn't take that many. If you've listened to all of my videos, you should know who the first person on that list is. But if you don't, go back, listen to my videos, and you'll notice that I mentioned a specific YouTuber quite a bit. And that person is going to be and under my global reign, that's the first person that got to die. Unless he's with me. Now, if he's with me, cool. He ain't got to die. But if he ain't, then they got to die. I can protect y'all from ISIS. Okay? I can protect y'all from all types of global terrorists because I'm cruel. That's not going to protect anybody, me being cruel. But I feel like, okay, I can end terrorism, literacy programs, all right? Jobs. Give niggas a job. Give them a purpose. They ain't gonna want to commit terrorism. Listen, talk to Ray Ray out there in Saudi Arabia. You think Ray Ray and Jeddah want to blow shit up if he got a job and a girlfriend? No. When you got a girlfriend, you don't want to blow shit up. Okay? She don't want you blowing shit up. She looking at Ray Ray like, Ray Ray, you gonna go, you gonna join ISIS, you gonna blow yourself up for these niggas. What about us? Little Hakeem in my belly, what we gonna do? The power of being a lady can stop terrorism. The power of being in a relationship can stop terrorism. And that's all I'm trying to promote. Ooh, second thing I promote. Listen, I'm not saying that I'm not trying to eliminate any races or anything, but I do support eugenics. I'm gonna be pairing you people off left and right. Too bad, forced marriages for everybody. Okay. Now listen, I'm gonna get a supercomputer to match some people up based on your likes and your dislikes and your Facebooks and your Twitter and your fucking YouTube profiles. Don't worry, you will be matched up with the person of your dreams. Maybe, hopefully, if the computer thinks you should be. But in order to ensure that all the human races, like all of our races and all of our skin colors bleed together, I got to intermarry all the humans together. That's my plan to end racism, eugenics. All right. Marry all these niggas together and ain't gonna be in the 700 years, ain't gonna be no white people, ain't gonna be no black people, ain't gonna be no Asians. And it'll be so difficult to determine what race somebody is that you hate on them for a different reason. That nigga got a blue shirt on, well then fuck him. Them blue shirt ass niggas ain't shit. Lazy sons of bitches. I hate them. I just ended racism, gave everybody free weed, and destroyed ISIS. What are you niggas doing? Okay, what Trump out here doing? He ain't doing nothing but cocaine. Yeah, there you go. Fuck racism away. Okay, fuck the pain away, make it through the day. All right, some of y'all gonna like your forced marriages. Okay, some of y'all are gonna be real happy about your forced marriages. All right, now Jason, because you've been rocking with me, honey, because you my niggas, all right, and I love you. All right, you of course are gonna get to have an imperial child by your girl. Okay, so our children will continue to reign over civilization long after I'm dead. So be proud of that, boo. You gonna have, and at least you ain't gotta take care of the motherfucker. I'll do that. All you gotta do is impregnate. All right, what the fuck was that? All you gotta do is impregnate. All right, so just be thinking about that. Some of y'all gonna be, listen, if you're already in a happy, committed white marriage, you do that. Okay, I won't even fuck with that. I let you have that, but you're gonna have to take a second black bride on the side. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to do that, honey child. Listen, I listen, I don't want to have to, I'm sorry about that, but mama's got her plan and I got to make this plan go. So if you in a convenient same race marriage, you better have a baby by some person who ain't of the same race. Mama got to make this plan work. Okay. I send people to your house. Don't play me. Don't play me. Great benevolent dictator I would be. No, honey, because if I'm benevolent dictator of the world, I'll fly you to me. All right. But if you want to work out this benevolent dictator thing, I definitely, just pay for half my train ticket. I get on the Amtrak and we can do this. Just meet me at the train station, boo. Because your girl don't want to come to NYC, and then I still gotta take another bus to get to your ass. But that's just me being, cute or whatnot. I'm not gonna actually create a benevolent dictatorship where I force people to marry. I mean, I might. I mean, I like forcing people to do things. I don't, but I would. Don't get it twisted. I would talk about Game of Thrones, but I don't give a fuck. I will say I won't spoil anything because I don't know if you've seen Westworld or not. Westworld is good, and I don't like Westerns. Like I just have never, my parents like Westerns. I do not like Westerns. They are boring. They are stereotypical. They end all in the same way to me, right? There's very little like moral choice between characters. So I just said, fuck it. But I like Westworld. And if you're into those kind of questions about, is someone who isn't a human entitled to the same rights as humans if they look like a human? If you're into things that kind of go into those deep moral problems, they're not problems, but go into that kind of deep moral, those deep moral quandaries, then definitely check out Westworld. I don't promote, I don't want people pirating stuff. So as I say pirate when I really mean pirate. I don't want people pirating stuff, but do what you got to do. I'll definitely tie you up and I'll definitely tie you down. Okay. Like I said, honey, if mama's going to be like imperial dictator of the world, by the way, it's Her Imperial Majesty. But if you just, for short, Your Grace. All right. Your Grace. That would be nice. But I feel like there are a lot of YouTubers. Listen, Jason, I got to tell you the truth, boo-boo. There's plenty of YouTubers I'd have sex with, right? So I would try to, if I'm Imperial Majesty, I'm going to try to fuck them all. Okay? Because if I was president, if someone was dumb enough to elect me president, I would be trying to use the power in my office to fuck. I'd be showing up at bars like, you already know it. I just be looking at people like, you. Yeah, you. You want to go in the back? I'd be the worst. You think Donald Trump, like I wouldn't be grabbing people against their will because that's fucked up. But certainly I'd be using the power of the office to be like, so what you trying to do? You trying to get a little, you trying to get a little, you know what? You trying to fuck a little bit? All right. I wonder what happened to my boy on Twitter because he was he's trying to get some puss, but I don't know if he's flirting with me or he's just trolling me. I think we're sort of in that place where we're doing a little bit of both, a little bit of trolling, a little bit of loving. Don't get jealous, my baby. All right, you still first in line. All right, your kids still gonna be first in line for the Imperium. Don't worry. Jesus. There you go. You get it, boo-boo. And that's why I love you. Because you already know. I'm going to come back. Mama going to come back. Okay? I'm not the type to be disloyal. Disloyal. I never knew if dis was the proper prefix for saying that someone isn't loyal. But whatever. That's like the nomenclature, right? But anyways. Yo, I really, after that Twitter beef shit, I didn't have shit else to talk about. I really didn't. I want to make this video, but I really, there's a video I want to make, but I want to save it for my 10 subscriber special because I think it's a little less creepy when you have 10 subscribers than it is when you have 7. But if I can't get these numbers up in the next month, then I'm done. I'm just going to make the stupid video because it's a fan video. I fuck with this person. I want to make a nice little fan video for them. Well, thank you, Boo Boo. See, I appreciate a man who appreciates that I want to, I also want to climax. Like we all listen. We're all in it together, Boo. I want you to climax. You want me to climax. Good. It's these selfish niggas who only care about you like sucking their dick and then like, whatever. After they've come, they don't give a shit. You're basically a sex toy to them. And it's like, if you feel that way about sex, then get a fucking fleshlight. But don't sit here and try to get a warm human to suck your dick, because they're going to want some sexual gratification too. You know what I'm saying? It's the 21st century, nigga. We got feminism now. All right. Ooh, this is the quickest way to get niggas on your ass and to lose subs. Let's talk just a couple of minutes about feminism. Just a couple. Okay. Because I don't want to get too deep. But I do want to say that I watched a video by Vice in which they interviewed a woman, and I forget her name is Virgin. I don't know her last name. And I really like the woman. In fact, I went to look for her books translated into English because she's a French writer. And I'll put the link in the description so that you guys can check it out. Or in the chat. But she's a French writer. Her and the interviewer kind of go back and forth and talk about what her book's about, what her life's been like, etc., etc., etc. And they get to a point that's sort of at the end of the interview where the interviewer says, where Regine says, "Oh, you know what I think is really cool is, Beyonce came out and she, came out as a feminist and she had the big feminist, t-shirt on, everything." And the interviewer was like, "I know but I don't know how I feel about that because, then you just have these pop feminists who don't kind of know what feminism is. And, I don't know." And my thing is, it is better to have people who align themselves with something that they don't understand than to keep something like feminism locked up in academic spheres where only the learned priestesses who understand feminist theory can ever talk about it. That is not the way to grow a movement. That is not the way to introduce new populations to what feminism is. And that is a very narrow view. And it strips feminism of its practicality. Feminism is practical, right? It really is. Women should get paid the same as dudes. Ladies should have the right to use birth control and lead single lives. Women should have social, political, and cultural and religious equality to men. Really, and you can translate that into very practical issues of pay, of sex, of a lot of things. But a lot of I feel like a lot of college-educated feminists feel like, not all of them, feel like feminism is something academic for the most learned people to understand, for the great Bene Gesserits to understand, and only they can truly talk about what feminism is. And that is going to destroy it. That is going to be not anti-feminist in their rhetoric, not feminists who don't understand what feminism is, but the academics who want to keep feminism in, tied up in the ivory tower. It's them who will destroy it. Because in order to have a movement, you've got to have people who may be a part of that movement who don't actually understand what the underlying ideology, or the underpinning ideology that creates the movement in the first place. So that's pretty much it. So as you can see, Jason, I can go from being, quite vulgar and blah to very academic. You see why you love your girl so much, right? Because your girl can be both a ghetto motherfucker and a preening academic. If you're even still here, because I started talking about feminism, and in most places on the internet, that means bye, nigga. So that's the way it is. And frankly, I'm not tripping. But honey, it's been great. Oh, thank you. He said I was the bee's knees. Oh, and this is why I love you, Jason Dubin, because you get me, boo. You get me. Listen, something happened to you, you know who to call. I'll be out there quick as shit. I fucks with you. Don't even worry about it. Your girl got you, all right? But it's not even getting late. But let me tell you, I want to play some Doom. I want to, I want to put my fingers in my pussy before it turns like 2 a.m. I don't know why I said that quietly. But do you know what I love to do since I bought this mic? I love to whisper into so awesome. I don't know why I like to do this so much, but I just like to get close to it and whisper because they say black people can't whisper. And I'm saying, of course, black people can whisper. Everyone can fucking whisper. But it sounds a lot better when you're all up in the mic and you're whispering. I just love whisper miking. So this has been my chat. This has been my video. This has been my video on Donald Trump and Twitter etiquette. And just for you, Jason, I'm going to repeat the fact that, listen, some Twitter etiquette. If you got beef with someone's retweet, don't include the original tweeter if that's not the person you're meaning to address. Right? Because I cannot stand, because someone did that to me this week and I was pissed and I fucking took it out on their ass too. And then they wanted to act all, well, of course you were indignant. And it's like, bitch, I will cut your fucking head off and feed it to my dog. I have no problem with taking out your fucking tongue. Because let me tell you something, my nigga. I may not be a fucking comedian, all right? But I have one thing that a lot of niggas don't have. I got cruelty. And I can look into a nigga's soul and tell exactly what type of person they are. I can read your Twitter and observe you and understand what type of person you are. And I can take that and twist it and turn it against you because that is how I was raised. Ha 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 ha. See, honey, now I'm letting you know you're getting into it because I'm both vindictive and the sweetest person you'll ever meet. If I love you, I'll bake you cookies. I'll treat you nicely. But the moment Jason Dubin tells me, well, you know, I got a girl now, that's the moment when I'm coming. Yeah, okay, I'll come to New York. I'll come to New York and cut your fucking dick off. You ain't gonna leave me for some other broad, Jason. I already had that, but I can't tell you about that yet. All right, I tell you about that 10 subscriber special. All right, like I said, I will tell y'all all of my little secrets, all the shit. All right. All of my YouTube obsessions will come out. 10 subscriber special. Not tonight, boo-boo. All right. I love you. Thank you for staying up with me. I appreciate you and everybody and everybody who comes through. You guys are wonderful. You're my dears. I heart you. Mama gotta go, but you'll be in my thoughts. Hit me up on Twitter at Miss Megalodon. It'll be in the description. It probably won't be. Once I leave here, I'm probably going to turn on some porno. I love you guys. Good night. Good night. Good night. Or good day, because you could be listening to this during the day, or good afternoon. Whatever you choose, boo-boo. It's all up to you. Mwah. Good night. I love you. Peace. One love.